Hello, my name is Paul Daniel, and I'm a kinetic artist making sculpture that moves in the wind or by the wind. As a young person, I always was making things, as things to play with, things to build, to see, to learn. And so after graduating from high school, it seemed like a career choice was necessary, and I decided I wanted to go to art school and become an artist. I went to school in Kansas City, at the Kansas City Art Institute, which was a really good school, and the person that taught there was interested in doing large outdoor work. So there were no galleries in Kansas City at the time that were available for artists, so the outside was the place where you made work. So it became apparent pretty immediately if you made something inside on the table and you took it outside, it was really small. So it beckoned to make things large enough to be outside. And there were places on campus where there were other sculptures, and they were like across the field. So I thought it'd be nice if they would move so you wouldn't have to walk over to see the other side of the sculpture. So that was kind of my initial idea of making things that were kinetic, was so that I wouldn't have to walk on the other side of the park, which was very shallow of me. Models have always been a part of the process because it gives you an idea to see what you want to do in a larger scale. So there's tons of models that I've made and drawings, that I use. I have a sketchbook that I use, and then sort of to develop ideas, develop processes for making pieces move the way I want them to move. Even the models are made from like brass and aluminum and some stainless steel, but the metals are chosen because of their qualities. So like the bigger pieces, they have a steel base, and then the parts that move are made out of aluminum and stainless steel. So there are those choices. So that's kind of an engineering input, and then there's weight and balance. How do you balance things so they move? Because if they're not balanced, it's only going to stay one place. Generally, there's some point where I decide I'm going to actually make what I've been making a model for. And so I have a big studio, so I gather materials that I need and then start making parts. And it's really, for doing something large like that, it really is a repetitive and mundane process. Sometimes you're making like 18 of these little parts that all have to be made because they hold this other 2 parts, So it's really a pretty interesting process in a meditative way. It really is pretty interesting to see something move in a space where there's nothing else around. Like why does it move? Why is it moving now? That's kind of for me, projecting my interest in people seeing my work. I think that's one of the things I really like, is to have something change while you're watching it.